play. Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of our Dungeon Boss Hero Spotlight. Today we are taking a look at an unboxing of the brand new hero that is being released. His name, I don't know his exact pronunciation as they intended it. I'm going to be calling him Agnon for now. That could be Agnon, it could be Agnon. Not really sure what they're going to call him, but I'm guessing it's going to be Agnon, and it's probably going to be Ag for short once we get into nicknames. Until I can see his full body character model, I won't have any clever ones myself. But we're going to take a look at him, and if you're wondering how I'm getting him before you, we do have a nice little perk that devs are trying to make good on the VIP status at this point here. So I did get an email about 2 hours ago. It is evening here where I'm at right now, so I did get an email basically saying, hey, congrats, you're VIP 10. Here's a little nice little gesture for you. So what we're going to do with this particular video, I'm going to try and keep it short and to the point. We're going to look at his overall traits and abilities, some quick rundown unboxing type stuff. I'm going to save the PvP aspect for another week or two, just until I get a chance to rune him up a little bit and invest some stars in him. Not sure what the quest load's going to be, if it's going to guarantee, let's say, 100 tokens or 170 or so to get that 3 stars. I'm not planning on throwing tons of money on him unless he is a real winner. I guess if he's part of an auto-win PvP team, maybe I'll throw some money at him. Otherwise, not really. All right. Again, sorry for audio quality. I'm muting and unmuting to protect you from my annoying cough. All right, let's take a look at him and see what he's all about. So, at first glance, I know you're probably thinking, why, oh why did we pick another purple hero? Believe me, I'm right there with you. I thought they could have made a little bit more progressive choice. Maybe choose another yellow one because of that guy that's right next to him. Mr. Shade, he's going to be getting that stupid Shroud buff, and it's basically going to make Shade all the better, is what people are thinking. Also, looking at him, at the very least, he doesn't look like a beast, but that's good. The two main prevailing theories right now are stop releasing beasts and stop releasing dark heroes until we get caught up. He does look to be a monster, in my opinion, but we'll see what he looks like here. All right, so he is clearly flying, so that is already going to play a role with possibly Furno in a flying team. I can't really guarantee that, but he is a flyer, so character model is somewhat neat. He looks like a gargoyle, if you will. Oh, he is a gargoyle. How about that? So that's actually pretty cool. Not something we've seen in this game yet, so I do like that character model. His back... pretty uneventful here, but he is a construct and he's a warrior, so definitely not a beast, definitely not a monster. Don't know if he's a living construct, if that matters, or if he's going to require Bobble to heal him, or Dagron's EMT. He is, let's see, abilities, start with Plummeting Doom. Plummeting Doom is an armor-piercing physical attack. Chance to daze, not really anything. Deals extra damage to tanks and targets with high defense. My guess is this is going to be targeting both Grognog and, what's his name? Gortusk. I'm hoping that this hero is a direct counter to Grog, Gortusk, and Solaris teams, possibly plus Lily. What I would really hope for is that he has some sort of a debuffing touch where everything he touches loses its buffs. That would be pretty awesome and take care of those teams once and for all. So his other stats, he is flying indeed, like I guessed. He is magical, and he's got a living construct, so he can be healed normally. Not that that matters now anyways with the healing nerf, but he can receive those heals, so good enough there. Not sure why they don't just make constructs healable, since Furnace and Bobble are basically the only ones that can't. Actually, no, I think Alexander is a true construct too, but it's kind of a dumb trait if you ask me. Make him a construct or don't make him a construct. Why do we have to be able to heal them? All right, so now what you're interested in, obviously we want to see what happens to this guy after we ascend him and stuff like that, and is he going to be worth pursuing? I know you're interested in seeing the ascension cost, and in terms of celestial evos on the first round, 3 is actually not bad. This is going to give us another ability and another trait. So let's go ahead and ascend him, check his character model. Gets a couple of little upgrades. He definitely looks a little bit more menacing. I do like that. Terror Storm is a special attack. Allied constructs gain 1 energy. Then a lightning attack on all enemies with a chance to fear. Fear is good, but deals extra damage to armored. Also targeted towards Gortusk possibly. Grognog I do not believe is armored, so that's not going to be any benefit there. His extra stat that he got is Dark Skies. Flying allies deal extra damage to non-flying enemies. That plays right into what I said with Furno. Furno is going to be beast mode, provided you can keep this team alive. I don't know that it's going to be a direct counter to that Lily Beast team yet, but we'll see in a moment here once we get that final ascension. I don't know how much extra damage this is. I wish they gave us a percent, so that's kind of one of those cryptic things. I'm not really a big fan of that. I wish they would have just said an extra 30%. Hopefully there's a tooltip when we actually do that. It's going to probably be a +%. We'll just have to keep an eye on that as we move forward. All right, let's get our final ascension. Excuse me. Only 10 celestial evos. I guess I shouldn't say only. Usually the standard is about 8. But in this case here it is 10 celestial evos and a moderate number of the small ones. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek. Character model is definitely pretty sweet. I like that shoulder spike thing. I don't know exactly what to make of it, but I think it's pretty cool. I think his wings got bigger. He's got a little tail spike. Claws and knuckle claws. I definitely like him. He's definitely one of the cooler models. Let's hope he's worth something in the long run. New ability that he gained is Hardened Assault. This little guy is a physical attack and 2 additional attacks on enemies with the highest defense, lowering their defense on hit. All right, he enters granite form. My guess is this is going to be some sort of a like a stone thing that the Gorgons do, where basically it takes very little damage. I'm guessing that's one of the last traits that he unlocked as well. So basically it's a duck and cover type thing, or pop and cover like Zen has. Hit them with some damage and then protect yourself. He's not a tank, so he's not going to be taunting or anything like that, so he's just going to stay alive. So I do like the 2 additional attacks on the enemies with highest defense. I don't know if that's the 2 enemies with the highest, so if that's 1 on each, or if it's going to be 2 on any of them random. Not really sure about that until we'd actually see it in action. Overall, though, all 3 of these things are indeed attacky type things. If you're looking for a tank, I guess when we think of constructs, we're probably thinking of tanks, but that's not the case here. His additional traits. He's got Granite Form, starts dungeon in Granite Form, increasing defense until his first turn. So, don't really know what to make of that just yet, but it looks like he, basically it's probably one of those prevent a kill in the first turn type situations. I think that was his last trait. It just moved the flying. He got that just moved over to the side for flying too. So in terms of traits, nothing overly special. He's certainly not up in the 6, 7, 8 different trait range, but reasonable so far. Paired with the Shade Shroud, he is obviously going to take very little damage in that first turn. Looking forward to seeing that. Doesn't have an epic yet, and let's just get a quick. We can't really get a glimpse of his abilities just yet in terms of total damage. I can certainly upgrade all of these things here, but that's not really going to give us much of an insight here. and actually have to spend the experience on him. This is going to be a waste of time here. All right, so rather than waste time doing this here, why don't we get our first impressions and figure out what's gonna work with this guy here? Clearly, he's meant to be part of a flying team. I don't know how he's exactly going to pair with Furno. He obviously has damage reduction. Furno's going to have damage reduction. I'm not really sure what the team is going to be just yet, and I also don't know that this is going to be the Grog Gortus Solaris Lily Beater either, because is he armored? He's not armored, so Lily won't do extra damage to him. But the thing is, if we're going to put him on a team, we pretty much have to have Shade, and we're really going to be strong-armed into using Furno as well. And then pretty much anybody who PvPs at my level is going to be forced to almost use Solaris as well. So there's not going to be a lot of team variation that we can go with here. I don't know that he's going to be a direct counter to that current meta team out there. It's possible we might see him on PvP defense. However, the Grog Gortus team is heavily heavily fortified as it is. I don't see a lot of people changing from that. We'll come back to this one in like I said, probably a week or two after I get a chance to run through some of the quests and get his stars up a little bit and see how strong of an actual warrior he is. If he has a high attack, he might be worth investing in. At this point here, it's a little bit too soon to tell. You can certainly scout out his abilities and scout out those ascension costs. Those are probably going to be your two biggest concerns. Like I said, once we see what the quests are going to be and how many tokens are going to be available, that'll dictate if there's any money thrown towards this guy. I'm kind of thinking, my gut says right now that he's probably not going to be worth it for me to invest in, because I'm not convinced that he is going to shake up the current PvP meta and give me some sort of an auto-win PvP team. I don't see that as happening. I might be wrong. Like I said, once I see how much extra damage Furno does, and if we can build a suitable team around him, that would be the next thing to test. So hopefully this just gives you a little insight into what he looks like, what he can do, what his basic traits are, and what his abilities are, and ultimately how he's gonna perform for you. Might be good for lower levels that don't have to go against that current meta defense, but anyways, hopefully gives you a little bit of insight in terms of what he looks like. Forgot one thing. Take a look at the rune loadout. It looks like standard rune loadout for a dark hero, so nothing out of place there. Anyways, any questions, comments, concerns, or anything that I overlooked as far as possible synergies, feel free to drop those in the comments. Otherwise, I guess we'll see you next time. Happy grinding, and hopefully he works out for you, but don't hold your breath too much. I don't think he's a game changer just yet. So other than that, let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Thanks.
Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.